Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is Commander Panda here, and we're back playing some more Don't Starve Shipwrecked. So today I'd like to welcome you to my brand new channel, where we're going to be playing a Let's Play of Don't Starve Shipwrecked. We're going to be having a look at some of the new features. We're going to be playing as one of the new characters, Wilbur, the King of the Monkeys, and really just exploring around, fighting some bosses, having a look at Don't Starve Shipwrecked. So, to start off, we're just going to be getting some basic resources, the essential things such as twigs and grass, and as well as flint, as well as the new item seashells, which are really cool as they give you an extra 5 sanity when picked. I do have a few mods you might have noticed installed. I have the minimap mod, which really just gives you a better perspective of where we are. I think it's not necessarily taking away from the game. So I've got that installed. I also got the backpack and amulet mod, just to make things a bit easier for me. And I've also installed bigger stacks mod. So items stack up to 100 instead of 20, which just means that I can spend more time playing this awesome game rather than you guys having to watch me sorting items and chests and things like that. So I've tried to limit my mods to mods that don't necessarily take away from the game and keep the same Don't Starve feel, yet help make the game a bit more interesting and easier for you. Also, in terms of world options, I did change a few things there. The only real things were some mobs and bosses I made a little bit more frequent because you guys want to watch me beating bosses, not, you know, anything else. So that will just allow me to fight a few mobs and bosses easier, and they'll spawn a little bit more often, which might be a little bit hard at the beginning of the game, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, one of Wilbur's best advantages is the fact that after 3 seconds of walking, he can run. Now, this makes island exploration a lot faster, a lot easier, and it's a really good perk. So that's one of the reasons why I'm using him. However, to counter this, he does walk 8% slower, and it's not too much of a difference, but you kind of do notice it. He's also a really good character as he can befriend all monkeys for no cost, and they'll pick saplings and grass and things like that for him. And so that's also a useful feature. What we just saw there was a pirate parrot who has a chance of dropping gold doubloons, so that's a really awesome feature in this game. Having the birds drop items like that, I really like that. So what we're going to be doing here at the beginning is just chopping down some trees. From jungle trees, we do happen to get bananas and eggs, so they're both 2 good food items, so we will be collecting them. I will be exploring these jungles and this island in search of a gold boulder, which has a chance of spawning in jungles. It's quite rare, but gold is very necessary as we need it to craft up the science machine so we can get some better gear. We're also going to be doing some, once we've explored this island, we'll be doing some more exploration. We're going to be looking for a volcano biome, which has a whole heap of magma piles, so that will allow us to get a lot more gold, which is something we're going to be needing a lot of. So that's kind of our aims for now. Just explore this island, get some resources such as logs and some food, and then what we will do is explore some more, so go out and kind of make our way further and further away and move out to some areas where we can get some rarer biomes and rarer drops. So now what we just saw there is a really cool feature that they added to Shipwrecked, which really adds a lot to the game. So what it is when you're chopping down a tree, so say this coconut tree, there is a 1% chance for each chop that it will drop a coconut on my head, dealing 20 damage. You can also pick up that coconut. The same thing also applies to jungle trees. They have a 1% chance every chop of spawning spiders, so that's a really cool addition. They just make the game a bit more interesting, and I think they really add to the game. So what we're going to do is continue exploring here, getting these basic resources that we need. I'm going to be looking for some more coconut trees to chop down, as once we get 4 palm leaves, we're allowed to make a thatchel pack, which gives us an extra 4 storage, which is useful at the beginning of the game. It's not the best item, but it definitely helps. So let's keep exploring, have a look for some more coconut trees. We haven't found any yet. It looks like there's one here. So you can tell this if it's the final stage of growth by the 2 coconuts up the top, which you can see here. So that's what I was just looking for. And that will guaranteedly drop a palm leaf, 1 to 2 coconuts, and 2 to 3 logs. So that's definitely something you want to be chopping down at the beginning of the game. Especially as coconuts, when you have got a machete, you can chop them in half. And that will give you 2 halved coconuts, which you can either eat or cook. And so that's a great source of food at the beginning of the game, where it might be harder to get food. And you know, the whole point of this game is to not starve. So coconuts are definitely the easiest way at the beginning of the game. So we'll finish off this little bit of exploration here. We didn't fully explore the other side of the island, so we'll do that. I'm going to drop this axe, we don't need that. We're going to run away from these spiders. Hopefully they won't be too much of an issue for us. Looks like they're going for that pig man, or a wild boar. I might hang around for a few seconds, hope they killed him. Although that probably wasn't the best idea. Let's get ourselves a campfire here. Hopefully we won't get killed. Now what I'm going to do is first run around a lot. Hope this guy doesn't kill us. We can cook up these. Actually, I'm just going to take him out. This might take a while. Yay, spider friends. This is not quite how I imagined us spending our first night, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just have to wait out till dawn, then they'll go back home and we can cook up our food. Here we go. I'm not going to cook up our coconuts yet. We really have no need. I'll cook up these bananas though. They're a really good source of hunger and health. We can also cook up these seeds. It's always best to cook up food, as you just generally get more hunger and health out of it. So I'll start off by eating up these seeds, and we can start eating up these limpets. This is one problem with this game. It's the only problem, and it's the fact that when it's saving, the game freezes. Apart from that, this game is completely awesome. There's no problems with it at all. And then there's just that one thing that annoys me every time. But, you know, if that's the worst thing with this game, then I must say it's a pretty good game. So let's chop down this final palm tree, which allows us to make a thatchel pack, which will give us an extra 4 storage. And we can continue to explore. It looks like we've explored most of this island. I think we'll leave our tree chopping there. We shouldn't need any more wood. We've got 39 logs, which is heaps. So we'll most likely take a boat and go out into the sea, have a look around. What I will do is get some rocks by mining these boulders here. That should give us 4 to 5 rocks each time. And, you know, which will be necessary later on. And we also don't, it barely costs us anything, just some flint to make up this pickaxe. So good trade. We're on 20 rocks. We should get about 24, 25. There we go. Actually, what I will do is drop that. We don't need that. you want to keep your inventory space as clear as possible at the beginning of the game until you find somewhere to settle down. But you don't want to settle down too quickly, because there's always better places to settle down. So it looks like we've explored this whole island. So let's build ourselves a raft and explore the sea. So what we're going to be doing is, I generally tend to head in one direction, and the sea, when it gets to kind of this kind of level of light, you generally know there's another island around, so we'll just explore in one direction, look out for this kind of sea level. Now, because we've traveled so far away from the island, I'm assuming there's going to be another island soon, or around here. Yep, look at that. There's another island here, and you can tell that because generally it doesn't, the light sea doesn't reach out quite so far as that. So let's explore this jungle. A jungle is exactly what we're looking for, because we'll be looking for some gold boulders, which can sometimes spawn. Looks like we found ourselves a set piece, so we can collect all the items from that. We won't be needing that hat yet, so I won't bother picking that up. And let's explore the final parts of this jungle, which has nothing else of interest to us. Now it looks like we found a grassland biome, so let's explore around here. Yep, that's the grassland biome, so that's good. In fact, we found almost everything that we need to find. We found a volcano biome, so we can mine up all these piles of gold. Although we will need to find some gold in the volcano, in the jungle biome first, as we need to make a science machine before we can make the spade. But these magma piles, which have gold in them, are tinted with gold, and they're the best way to get gold, so we should get quite a lot of gold out of them, which is good. And we found ourselves a gold boulder, or a gold vein boulder, so we'll mine this one up. We should get 1 to 2 gold, so it looks like we were lucky and got 2 gold here. Let's keep on exploring. There's a chance for more. Doesn't look like it though. And this actually looks like a really good spot to settle down. So what I'm going to do is I'll explore the rest of this grassland. Grasslands are generally a good spot to settle down, as there's not too much in the way. So this looks like a really good spot to make a base. So let's start off with that. Let's build ourselves the essential science machine. Let's eat up some food, eat some bananas, and we can also eat an egg. And so let's have a look at what we can craft up. So we can craft up a backpack. That will be the first thing we're going to craft. I'm going to take all this out of our inventory, as we don't need it. We can put on the backpack and get double the inventory. It looks like with that set piece we also found a message in a bottle, so we'll read that, have a look, and we can go off and find that right now. Now another thing we're going to do is I'll make up this shovel, because that's going to be essential, and we can equip that in, and let's go off and we can dig up that X marks the spot pile, as well as these magma piles, hopefully find some gold. No gold in that one. There's 1 piece of gold, and no more gold. Unfortunate, you normally get a little bit more than that, but doesn't matter too much. There was another pile over here, if I remember correctly. There it is. So let's dig that up. Well, we have found a creature, unfortunately, so let's try and avoid that as much as possible. And we can pick up these ashes, we'll use them later. Now let's eat up, and we can go off and try and find... Oh, we don't have enough sticks for a torch, unfortunately. So we'll pick up this, and we can make ourselves a torch and find that X marks the spot location and dig that up. Here we go. Somebody's already made us a torch. Thank you, set piece. Now let's move down here, find this X marks the spot location and dig it up and see what treasure chest we can find. Fortunately, we got some snakes, which is annoying. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's run away. They shouldn't pose too much of an issue, hopefully. Let's see, where are they? There they are. Let's run away. Open up this chest and have a look at what we got. So we got some doubloons, which are useful, and a yellow gem, which we'll use later on. Not so essential at the beginning of the game, not so useful at the beginning of the game, but it's always good to find a X marks the spot chest. So that's good. Now it looks like we've run out of light, so let's run. Oh no! Quickly build another torch, and we can run off home. So far we've had a really good start, not too many difficulties. We found a really good spot to set up home with a lot of different biomes and a lot of different resources available to us. We found plenty of gold to start with, so that's all good. We found an X marks the spot, we've got some doubloons and a yellow gem, so we're in a good position. We've got plenty of food, so far I'm really happy with where we're at. So if you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. That would mean a lot to me, as I'm only starting out. It's only a small channel, so I'd really appreciate that. And I hope you like this video. If you do, please like the video. It means a lot to me again. And I hope to see you at our next video. Commander Panda.